Alright, so hello guys. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to use classes like I explained in the previous video when I designed unified modeling language diagrams. Alright, so in this example, I will be creating classes in VB.NET. Okay, let me just save my battery because we are having power challenges in my community. Alright, so first start by creating a new project, and as you can see we are creating a console application, right? Let me name it OOP program 1. Okay, so uh let's create. Alright, as you can see, we do not have any graphical user interface because we are creating a command line interface. Okay, right. So what you need to understand about a class design is that a class is something like a function. With a function, you create it outside the submain. Okay, I received a couple of questions from one of the students I've been teaching. They said, but why is it that you are creating your classes up here instead of up here? Okay, the thing is that it does not matter the position. The fact is that it's outside the submain, because this submain is actually a procedure of the main module. This module one, the procedure is submain. Okay, so we're going to create our first class. Okay, so from the previous video, I'm going to be using a class for. Let me see if I still have the class that I designed yesterday. Okay, uh, I designed a diagram yesterday. I do not have. Okay, I do not think I still have it. Okay, you do not have it. Alright, so what I'm talking about here is that let me just design the class as we speak right now. Okay, so let's draw our unified modeling language diagram, or UML diagram. Okay, if you have if you have barely no knowledge about UML diagrams, feel free to check out my other videos where I explain this. Okay, so let me design a UML diagram for our class. Our class, let's just say, let's just give a practical example of a dog. Okay, so if our class name is a dog, remember our class name will be written here. Okay, so our class name is dog. All right, and we'll have in the second category, you need to understand that we'll be having attributes. Okay, we call them attributes, and you need to understand these things: plus, minus, and hash. A plus basically means private. Sorry, it basically means public. Plus means public. Okay, and a minus means private, and a hash sign, always my hash sign, it basically means protected. Remember, when we create functions, we have to mention the level of protection of that function. So when we are, let us first finish creating our UML diagram. Okay, so our attributes, a dog has attributes like name. Okay, and also is another public. It may have color. I'm going to limit the number of attributes because you are still learning. Okay, so I hope my music is not making noise. I do not know how to conduct tutorials without listening to music. Alright, so now I will put our methods down here. Our methods, you need to understand that methods are always followed by methods are always followed by brackets. Okay, alright, so I'll explain later why we put brackets on methods. Okay, so the methods that we can perform on this particular class of a dog is to get the name of the dog. Okay, we can even set the name of the dog. We can even set the name. Okay, we can even get the color. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, right. So of course you cannot get something which you have not set. That's almost stupid. Okay, so you can set the name, you can set the color, and you can even get these things. Okay, all right. So let me expand this a bit. All right. So if our methods are setting and getting, okay, to set is to simply input and to get is to output. Okay, so this is our UML diagram for our class name dog. Okay, our class name is called dog, and these are our attributes. Attributes are simply properties. Okay, and these are methods which we can perform on the class which is dog. Okay, all right, so let's get designing the class. Okay, so let me just dock this a little bit. Okay, so as I said, a property, so a method is followed by brackets, which means that this is actually a method of the main program. We do not mess with it because we want to create our own class. So we have to say class, our class name is dog. Okay, let's go back to our diagram. Let me show you what I mean. When I say class dog, this dog is this dog. Okay, so now we need to set up the attributes of this class. Okay, so because I have said plus, I said, because I've used the plus sign. Okay, I said plus means public. Do you understand? I said plus means public. So my attributes I am going to be saying, so my attributes I'm going to be saying, to be creating them by saying public name is, of course, it's going to be a string, and I'm going to create the other attribute which is color. Public color is a string as well. Okay, so you need to understand that let me just confirm that my audio is working well here. All right, so you need to understand that sorry, you need to understand that a public a public attribute is accessible by any class. Okay, you understand this when I go to class libraries, when I introduce you to something called class libraries. Okay, so you need to understand that a public attributes are accessible by any class. If we had said private, it means that only this class, which is dog, is able to access these attributes. Okay, all right, so our attributes are okay, our public attributes are now set. Okay, so let's now create the methods. Okay, the methods, we say these are operations which are performable on this particular class, which is a dog. Okay, so to set up these the methods, okay, we have to say uh, sub set name. Okay, uh, all right, and the purpose for this sorry, it's sub get name, because to set we will do it once we instantiate this class. Is sub get name. All right, so when you say sub get name, what is it supposed to do? It's supposed to output as the name. Okay, so message box, the name. Okay, something like that, and we have to create another a method. Another method is to get the color. Okay, so sub get color, and it's also supposed to output add the color. Are we together? All right, so what you need to understand that is that we've created our class dog. A class is an instance of an object, which means that the original object is a dog. Okay, the original object is a dog. I like to give a practical example of what we call pastry cutters. Okay, if you do not know what a pastry cutter is, let me just send you from my phone right now. Apologies if this takes a bit of some time, but that is the only way you can learn. Okay, the good news is that I've downloaded the image. Let me send via Bluetooth, because I'm not going to edit this video. If I edit this video, it will take up a lot of space. Okay, all right, so received. All right, so this is what a pastry cutter is. This is what a pastry cutter is. It means that if you place this thing, these shapes on a baking dough, it means you reproduce the same exact copies of these lavats, these hearts. Do you understand me? Or this thing is going to reproduce copies of the original thing. Okay, the original shape is this shape. It's going to produce copies when you press this thing on bread. Okay, all right, so let's get back to our business. So as you can see now, our class is dog. Our class name is dog. Okay, our attributes: public name, with name and color, and we said public is referred by a plus sign. Public, a plus sign. Okay, and we also talked about the methods or the operations. Okay, the methods are get name and get color. Okay, we created these ones. Okay, let me show you how set name and set color works now. Okay, so okay, let's run this program for you to see something. If we run this program, nothing will happen. Do you see? Nothing will happen because the submain is empty. Do you see? This is just an instance of an object, but it's not exactly going to execute anything because this submain is empty. So to make this code do something, you need to instantiate this class. Okay, to instantiate is to create a new instance of this class. Okay, so what you do is to create a variable, any name. This is going to sound a bit stupid, but some people you would think if I use p, everyone will start using p. Dim variable name a string. Okay, uh, what does that mean by variable name a string? If I say dim variable name a string, it means that I'm going to be storing everything as a string. But in this case, we are going to be instantiating a certain class. We want to inherit the properties, the attributes of a class. So we do not say a string. This is where the difference is. Okay, so we say as new instance of this class dog. So we say as new dog. Do you see? So in a class can be referred to as a type. Okay, so what we do now is that variable name dot, if we say dot, I'm sure you see these two attributes that I said I've saved, and you start instantiating them. Dot name is equals to my dog is called bit. A bit is the smallest unit of memory. Okay, variable name dot color is equals to black. I do not have a black dog, but just for this video. Okay, so what we do now is to you apply these methods. You just pass these methods. Okay, so you be like get name, sorry, variable name dot get name And if we run this program, will be returned by the name of my dog. It's called Beat. Okay. So, and if we say variable name dot get color, you find out that will be returned first with the get name, which is my dog name is Beat, and my dog name, which is Black. So guys, this is just the introductory video to OOP. I'm sure this is now the third video. Check out the previous videos if you did not understand what happened here. Okay, so in the next video I will be doing class libraries. Okay, so stay tuned.